Hey, I'm Brad Taste in Music, and I'm the type of guy that'll virtue single and act like I'm such a good person for calling out people that are abusive, even though when I'm done recording my videos, I'll verbally abuse my wife. So, if you don't know who Brad Taste in Music is, he's essentially a Anthony Fantano wannabe mixed with Wings of Redemption. That's what he is. Because Wings of Redemption has had crash out after crash out after crash out throughout the years. And he's a locale. And this is what Brad Taste in Music has become. There's a whole bunch of nonsense that got to him to this point because it all started with a picture from H3H3. That's where it all started. It's crazy how this guy will talk about, oh, these people were bad for abusing, but you got clips like this that exist. So I'm gonna give a trigger warning because I heard this the first time and I was like, Jesus, bro, this is intense. So this is just a trigger warning for anybody that may be sensitive to this type of stuff.
You are one of my abusers, so I can damn fucking right do that to you. I can kick you the fuck out of here for what the fuck you've done to me. You've destroyed me.
You destroyed me. No, you destroyed your own career, you moron. This dude's such a moron, bro. You destroyed me. You killed your own career, bozo, clown. Man, if you were hanging out with ICP, you'd be the biggest clown out of all of them, bro.
Stop lying to me for once. Look at me in the eyes and.
But you're the one that's lying, though. Because I'll do like a brief reaction to that, to his BS apology videos that he did, which are very performative.
Lying to me. Stop being such a wimp. Look at me and accept what you have done to me.
This is the thing about abusers. They can never take accountability. It's always, this is your fault. This is your fault. They can never look inward. And you can clearly see this from this audio clip.
You killed me. You promised me everything. You lied to me.
And you lied to your audience.
In the fucking eyes and say that again.
You lied to your audience trying to create this facade that you're a good person when really you're not that much better than the people you reacted to. Even though Tom McDonald is a grifter and makes trash music, he looks like a humanitarian compared to you. Because yeah, he pushes BS right wing, like far right points, but I don't think he's doing this to his girl. He may be laughing at these fools that buy his MAGA raps, but I don't think he's doing this with his girl behind the scenes. Oh, this is terrible. This part, I mean, all of it, but especially this.
What the fuck you just said? Tell me! Get out of my house! Get out!
All right, that's enough of that. So let's see his BS apology. And you know what's funny? You see this Brad Music freestyle. So after he makes this apology, I think this was after the fact. After he did the apology, there was there was a stream he did on his second channel, I believe. And basically it was like a middle finger to anything that he said, being like, oh, I apologize for what I did. Oh man, I feel so bad for my behavior. Shut up. You only feel sorry because you got exposed. Bozo. And this is the other thing that's so cowardly about this dude. If he receives any type of flack for anything. That's how he got into the whole H3 situation, because people were like, "Oh my goodness, you're hanging out with this genocide supporter," and then he sees all these SJW, and that's another thing. It's like a bunch of fugazi all around, man. Because these people on Twitter that be talking all that, they don't care. They just want to sound like they're better than somebody else. That's why these people go on Twitter. I know people view Reddit as like the social media hell, but I think Twitter's right there with Reddit.
Realistically, like, yes, I would love for this video to make it so that like it's easy for me to just return, go back to normal.
That's your priority. Like, listen to this. This shows you already, man, where his priorities are, and they're not in the right place. You shouldn't be worried about, oh, I need to return back to YouTube, man. You should be worried about getting your life together. That's what you should really be worrying about. You should be worrying about not ever being a POS to any woman that you ever date again in your life. What about that?
Assume on their own that I'm doing good. I really don't need a video telling them I'm doing good. For them.
Then get off social media. But you won't, because you're addicted to the clout. You want the clout. You care about that more than your mental sanity.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I had to move back in with my parents.
And whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Why can't YouTubers or people that get famous on social media platforms be normal? And what I mean by be normal is, I mean, don't be a degenerate. Because if you weren't a degenerate, you wouldn't be in this position. Oh, I'm living with my parents now. Yeah, maybe if you weren't verbally abusing your fiance, you'd still be in the position you're at. But you're not, because you're a coward. You're a biatch. That's what you are. Because how is it that Twitter SJWs get you all like, oh my god, I almost died. But then you could do what you did with your fiance. That is the definition of a bitch, bro. Even this face, look at him. This is a bitch face.
So, let me start this very dramatic speech by saying that the last week or two, I haven't even been keeping.
Hold up. So dude, what? So he made another video? Because there was some other video he made after the one that I just was reacted to. He made another video after that. So you're telling what? There's another video? But because in this apology video he did after the 28-minute one, he said I wasn't going to be there for a year. Like, are you kidding me? Okay, yeah, so he did... What? He did another video after he said he wasn't going to be posting for a year.
Hi, so I released a video a few days ago, and it was something that was called SI, and it was supposed to be talking about my experience with...
Even the way his voice sounds, is it disingenuous? That's what it sounds like to me.
Battling through all this mental health shit for the last year, and it was a fucking terrible idea. The video ended up being extremely exploitative of my ex, because I decided to, I was like, oh, I'll say, oh, it's my ex-girlfriend, but like, she's a real person, and there are real people being named in this video. And so the entire thing, comes off as an extreme violation of privacy. And I can completely understand why people are upset, because it is.
Yeah, and that's the only reason I'm making this video right now, is because I'm such a coward, and I can't take any type of criticism. So what I do is I try to appease everybody and anybody. That's what I do. Instead of just accepting the fact that people are gonna talk smack on you on the internet regardless.
Honestly, I think one of the worst things possibly ever uploaded to the internet.
Here we go with this. Even with his apology video, he does this. He does this bland labeling of stuff like he always does with his normal videos. Like, oh, this is the worst thing I've ever done. Oh, this is the worst song. This is the worst. This is this guy.
Fucking ashamed of it. I feel like
And I'm ashamed that your parents. I'm ashamed that your parents decided to have you back in what, 1999. I'm ashamed that your daddy didn't pull out. That's what I'm ashamed of. So this dude's insane.
So let me start this very dramatic speech by saying that the last week or two, I haven't even been keeping track. The last week or two, it's really hurt a lot. It's really sucked, but I've also gained a lot of information. I've seen how people interact with me, who sticks around, who leaves, why that is. And I think that
why that is, you're a POS. That's why it is, dummy.
like a lot of it makes it. I want to make it very clear.
I want to make it very clear that I'm an idiot.
That everything I am about to say, I have zero intention of saying like, or like trying to victimize myself through.
Yes, you are. Shut the hell up, man.
What she has done.
What she has done. He's like, dude, we are not even a full minute into this, and I'm already getting the gaslighting vibes. What she has done? You're the one that was yelling at her, you maniac. Man, the more I watch this, the more I think I should do a diss track.
I'm going to be accusing her of some pretty hefty things, but I want to show you that I have a pretty strong understanding of the situation, and I truly do believe that, like, we are both victims in this situation.
Oh my God, bro. He really said we're both victims. Suck a fat one, man.
Equally. And I've even talked with her about this before, like victims of the age of the internet in a way, but
I'm not even I wasn't gonna watch this video anyways, but even if I wanted to, I don't think I could make through the 11 minutes.
I think that it's different than that. I think that there is just something fundamentally broken between me and her.
There's something fundamentally broken with you. There's something fundamentally broken with you where you're yelling like how you were in that audio clip to your spouse.
No, I did not abuse my partner. I have never.
He's really saying this. He did not abuse his partner when we had the audio footage. And that type of stuff, that doesn't happen once. That's not just like a one-off type of thing where you do that type of yelling at somebody. It's not a one-off thing. Abusers just don't abuse once. Who knows how many times this woman had to deal with this guy throughout the years they were together.
Like, why they would result in me losing it and screaming, You know?
Oh my! This guy is just gonna gaslight. Is just gonna gaslight us for 11 minutes, for almost 12 minutes. He's just gonna gaslight.
Well, first of all, let's talk about the main issue. Me yelling. Like, when I get very angry or even excited or just anything, like, I get very loud. Like, I use my voice and the volume of it.
God, this identity crisis. This is rich coming from this guy. Identity crisis. Your whole last year's been an identity crisis. Yeah, this is such projection, man. Identity crisis. Acting like you don't have one.
Let's be honest, Cardi, the guy kind of sucks. Got convicted and charged with aggravated assault after choking his pregnant girlfriend within inches of her life. Like, I questioned if a new Playboy Cardi album comes out, am I even going to make a video on this? Am I even going to stream it?
You're a failure! You're a fucking failure! You are a failure of a human! You have to rely on donations to pay your bills. You're a failure! You're a puppet. You're a puppet of the system. You're a failure! You're a failure! You're a failure. You are a failure as a man. You're the easiest cat to make dance. You're a failure! You're a failure. And you need to come to grips with that. You're a failure. You're a failure at life. You're a failure at life. There's a wake-up call. You need to wake the fuck up and get some type of fucking job before it's too late. You'll be fucking living in the streets. You're a failure. You're too goddamn lazy.